Number 5. Set your focus and exposure, and then keep the frame steady. Most phone cameras automatically adjust exposure based on the brightness of what's currently being recorded, and focus based on what's centered in the frame. But many allow you to tap an area of the screen to improve contrast in that area. When shooting with a smartphone, you should identify the best exposure for your framing by tapping different sections of the screen to see which produces the most desirable contrast. And once you've set contrast, try not to change your framing during the shot. Panning toward or away from a light source can cause the phone's automatic exposure system to suddenly darken or brighten the shot, making the footage unusable. The same is true for focus. Moving a framed shot will probably cause the phone to shift its center of focus, which can be very distracting for the audience. There's also a good chance the phone will focus on the wrong subject. Now, all this relates primarily to the default camera software that comes with your phone. You do well to pay the few extra bucks for a third-party camera app. These apps allow you to manually adjust and lock exposure and focus. Whenever possible, that's the best approach to ensuring consistent contrast and crisp subjects in your shots. Number 6. Go stealth. Set your phone to Do Not Disturb and airplane mode to prevent a text or notification from ruining the perfect shot. You may also need to disable auto lock to stop your phone from shutting you out when you've established your framing but are waiting on actors to take their positions. Number 7. Shoot at the highest quality possible. The default video camera app on your phone will inevitably trade off image quality for space in your camera's storage memory. But for the best quality end product, you should shoot at the highest resolution and data rate you can. Many third-party apps allow you to capture at a much higher quality than the default camera app. Be sure to test the quality settings by recording a test clip at least as long as the longest take you plan to capture during your actual shoot. Some phones may not be capable of smoothly capturing video at the highest rates available in the app. Of course, you can always reduce the size and quality of your final edited video for your audience, but you can't recapture detail that you failed to record. Number 8. Make sure there's film in the camera. The old school principle still applies. Even though we no longer captured a physical film stock, make sure that your phone has enough free storage for all the footage you plan to shoot. Modern phones sometimes seem to have endless storage, until you start shooting high-quality video. So be sure to review the free space you have available before you shoot. Offload other video content as needed, and maybe delete that multi-gigabyte version of Tetris you installed. Number 9. Don't shoot flat. Many professional cinematographers will advise you to shoot flat. That is, capture a very neutral shot without any pronounced contrast. The argument is that you can increase color and contrast in post when grading your movie. Now, for smartphone cinematography, at least at the time we recorded this video, that's not usually such a great idea. The dynamic range of smartphone cameras limits how much pushing and pulling of pixel colors you can do in post. Images start to band and break up very quickly. Our advice: shoot the way you want the image to look in the final version. Just be careful not to clip out detail in the highlights you might want to recover later. And number 10, remember to sync. If you're shooting with multiple smartphones or a separate audio source, and you should be, make sure you create a clear sync for all your devices to align with in post. Watch our videos on slating and timecode for more information. So, a common thread you may have seen through all these tips: get a good camera app. A decent camera app with manual settings and bandwidth and resolution control will make a dramatic difference in your ability to produce quality video.